No, it's cool. Do you think that this is a spiritual journey?
Oh, it's definitely been a spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. This whole ride has been spiritual. There's been times I literally, and yeah, man, I cried, man. I cried for this. I cried, like, blood, sweat, and tears was legitimately put in this process. It's still going in this process right now. You cry, you lose faith. It's like, God, it's not, like, what's going on? Are you still working with me? Are you still watching over me? Like, I'm trying my hardest to do what I do. Can you help me out a little bit? Mm-hmm. And because you have to have faith in it. So spiritually, of course, you gotta have the faith. You have to. You can't just be going in this game hoping and wishing. You gotta pray on this.
Right.
You gotta have faith that God's gonna, you know what I'm saying, do what He do. You gotta ask for the answers, man. You gotta ask God every day. You gotta pray and you gotta thank Him. But that's definitely been a spiritual journey for me.
Do you consider yourself marketable? And what does that mean to be marketable?
I was gonna say, yeah. Marketable, I don't want to be marketable is in the sense of losing my personality to entertain someone else for money purposes, but my natural personality as it is can be marketable, you know what I'm saying? People can relate to the struggle, people can relate to the comedy, the humor, and most definitely the music.
Right.
So, of course, yeah, it can be marketable, and I can be marketable.
Now, as far as, and then, when we're talking about branding and being marketable, now that you've paired up with a solid company, where are you in terms of that now?
In terms of that, we just really just perfecting what I got going on and turning it into a more professional level. So it's like the things like how I make people laugh. Let's make that professional. How I make tracks sometimes, make it more professional. It's been professional, but let's make it more professional. Like, there's the things I'm going through right now, we just put it on a more professional scale for, you know, worldwide purposes and promotional purposes and marketing purposes at the end of the day, because sometimes we got to be scripted, you know what I'm saying, just to get things on point. So that's what it is. But I'm not really losing myself in the process of doing what I do. It's just, let's make it more professional. That's
right. Now, here's one of my favorite questions. Okay. Because at some point in time, we all grow up. We all become this certain age, and we've done many things in our career. What do you still, aspire to be something? And if you couldn't do music, what would you aspire to be?
Okay, I do aspire to be something. I aspire to be somewhat a protege of the greatest. And I know that's probably the biggest statement ever, because you got to put in work to be the greatest. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's only right because I only looked up to the greatest. Michael Jackson is still my favorite singer of all time. Like, it is what it is. And,
now, who would you like to perform with?
Who would I like to perform with? I want to perform with Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar? So why Kendrick Lamar? Why is he such a hot commodity?
I don't want to seem like the mainstream type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you pick Kendrick Lamar. It's because, let's be real, man. He's definitely out here killing. He's a real MC. He's under Dr. Dre, which is also a legend, too.
Right.
It's like he has legendary statuses and traits to him and whatnot. And he projects himself perfect. He don't need to wear the ice and the jewelry and everything. He's a humble dude.
Right.
Keyword humble. He's humble.
Okay, now here's another question, because I've seen so much on social media, with the passing of Prodigy. That was my era,
I seen that
right, of hip-hop. So do you think that young men your age or lyricists, can they appreciate that type of hip-hop?
It's sad to say these days, to a degree, of course they can appreciate it, but they can't really truly appreciate what's going on, because everybody is really kind of living in the moment or whatnot. That's what we do. We listen to Future, but we don't understand the motivations that made Future who he is or whatnot, or the other artists too, which is kind of crazy, because these are the dudes that made music what it is. Right. Like, this is the foundation. So now you losing the foundation, you losing pieces of the foundation of music, and you can't really appreciate it. It's kind of bad. It's a bad sense. Which is why I always try to get my, you know what I'm saying, I watched the Tupac movie when it came out. So you ain't want to watch it because the actor didn't look like him. Watch it so you can get a better sense of who Tupac was as a person. Right. I've done seen so much in that movie that kind of exposed me to his life. It's like made me appreciate him more. Like, and I appreciate them for making that movie how it was. That was dope.
Now, as far as being a Tupac fan, do you think the movie deserved more? As an artist, do you think the movie deserved more of Pac versus more of their storyline?
Okay. Definitely more of Pac, but I understand what they did with it, since he's been through so much as a person or whatever, even as an artist, because there's multiple sides of Tupac the artist. There's the person before Tupac, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. They did what they could with the movie. They did cut through a lot of scenes and stuff. It was kind of quick, but it was what it was. They did what they could. They did what they did.
Okay.
And I feel like they did the best of what they could.
Now, if your life were a biopic, what would it be?
If my life were a biopic, what is it?
Like,
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. It was like, okay,
if something were to happen, God forbid, we don't speak that over your life. We don't proclaim that or claim that in any way. But what would people say about you, the artist?
Definitely. What would I want it to be? That's what you're saying. I want people to know me for the dude that wasn't scared to go out here and push his limits. The dude that wasn't scared to go out here going to grind. The dude that wasn't scared to get declined because he didn't want to buy my CD. The dude that really did what he could with the one life he lived. The dude that really went out and chased his dreams. Raheeme, the dream.
Now
Came true.
right. Now you mentioned last week when I came to your listening that you guys fell on some hardships. Where are you now?
I'm on good terms right now. I'm on very good terms actually. I'm still balancing my little 9 to 5 or whatnot, but it's a process of what we got to do until we can really get the buzz and records spinning and whatnot. So I think it's what you got to do. I can't quit this. I just got to learn how to prioritize everything I do.
And are you getting better at that?
Getting better, yeah. Definitely getting better.
So when you fell on, like for me, writing is my escape. Like I could be having a very shitty day, and then I'll go write, and I'm in a better place. So do you think that music is your zen?
It's definitely my escape. And it's my truth. It's my happiness. It's everything for me. Music is really everything. When I didn't have the friends because I was insecure at my younger age or whatever it may have been, music was there. When I couldn't vent to my mom about certain things, not because, I can't tell my mom, but just because some things I just felt at the time I couldn't. That microphone was right there. It heard out every cry, heard out every word, every scream, yell, vocal. That microphone was there, which is why I appreciate it. People fade, things go blah, blah, but this music always been here for me no matter what. Even when I wanted to leave it, when I lost hope in it, it was still here for me. Like, God showed me, like, nah, not yet. Stick with it. Keep pushing. Look where I'm at now. This is just now too, so keep that in mind. We still moving, we still pushing. This ain't stopping nothing. It ain't stopping my hunger or anything. I'm still hungry
and humble.
Yeah, and humble at the same time.
We don't want to leave that out. So my next question.